Hello everyone, this is Darkbblue. In the last video, we have got to know the core principles to make campaign strategies. And just as said before, I'll provide more examples in this video. The last case we saw is a kind of macro decision of a whole campaign, but this time we'll see some detailed decisions related to some subsystem, settlement construction, and diplomacy. These cases can help you understand the two systems and the core principles as well. So let's come to our first topic, settlement construction. We know the buildings in cities can provide tax income as well as some global buff, and all this serve our ultimate goal directly or indirectly. But to make it come true, we have to upgrade the city to a higher tier so that we can build higher tier buildings. So the first thing we do to a city should be growing its population. And that's why we always build agriculture building first. After being fully grown, the cities can provide various profit through different buildings, and this will serve other targets of the core principles like tax or military power. But to dive deeper, we need to make use of the inner logic of building mechanics instead of only the core principles. The building logic tells us the effect of buildings can be divided into two types, global effect and local effect, that affects only this province. And this difference needs to be considered when planning our cities. We know the provinces in the campaign map are not equal when talking about their value. Some provinces are more valuable than others because of special resources or landmarks. So if we have only limited funds, which province should be our first choice? Of course, the one that is more valuable. We should concentrate the local effect buildings into this province to maximize the advantage of its special resource or landmark. If a province has some landmarks to increase the level of newly recruited units, we can make it a military province, and if it has some landmarks that give us a building income bonus, it can be made an industry province. All in all, remember to concentrate your resource into provinces that are more valuable and make use of its advantages. Next, let's dive into the second topic, diplomacy. As we can expect from a game titled Total War, there are only three relations between factions. Currently in war, temporarily not in war, and no more war. You can also call the last one ally. So what will these relations bring to the four core principles? Apparently, it's good to be in war. This means we can conquer more cities, earning better growth and tax as well as more battles. And if so, ally means giving up all these profits. But for what? Usually we do this when we have already got enough profit in war and now care more about how to protect them. We don't want to pay the upkeep fees for more defending armies, so we turn a nearby faction into our ally and make it defend our cities. We give us some future profits to better protect current ones. Fair enough. Now we can see war means earning new profits and ally means protecting them. But what does temporarily not in war mean? We don't want to give up the future war against this faction forever, so we can call this temporarily. But currently we have other things to take care of, so we stay in peace with this faction in case he stabs us in the back. To do this, sometimes it's easy. We just need to do something like fighting his enemy and our relation will become friendly enough. But in other cases, we have to sign the non-aggression or trade agreement. If so, we have to pay attention to our diplomacy reliability. For short, any agreement cannot be undone within 10 turns, and you cannot get in war within 10 turns after tearing up non-aggression or trade. Otherwise, your reliability will drop. And this means you will not be able to attack one faction for at least 20 turns if you sign some agreement with it. So keep this in mind and plan your expansion. Also, there is a special move called Join Confederation. We may do this to acquire the units of one faction, usually for its legendary lores. Also, we can do this to directly acquire growth and tax profit, but at the cost of less battles. On higher difficulty, CPU factions grow much faster than we do, so we can use this method to get more profit. Anyway, that's our 3 common foreign relations and 1 special move. We analyzed it using the core principles. So that's all about settlement construction and diplomacy. I made more use of the inner logic of building mechanics itself when analyzing the first topic, but focused more on the original campaign core principles for diplomacy. Actually, you need different way of thinking for different systems, and this is how it works. Hope you can find your own path with this video's help. Now, since we have covered both battle and campaign, it's time to enter the advanced section in the next video. Thanks for watching, see you around.